provoke a crisis. Provoke a crisis. Now, what I mean by that is first of all, you detonate. Okay? So if there's a problem between us, if there's an issue that needs to get settled, if it's not going to fix itself, then fairly early on, I'll just detonate it. Let's get it on right now. Let's get it on right now. Let's have this out. Okay? And let's sort this. We're not right with each other. Let's sort this through. So there's a marriage situation. I'm going back to the early days. There's a marriage situation. It's not going good. She's complaining to people over here. He's complaining too. Anybody ever had a marriage problem infecting the leadership in their church? Ever had that going on? All right. Let's have a crisis. Let's get him in here. Let's get this settled. And so provoking a crisis is really, really important. This is especially true at the staff level. All right? Force a crisis, okay? You're not making it. Joe Stoll Jr., when he was our executive pastor, was especially great at this. Joe had this really good way of calling somebody in, and he'd be like, you're here. This would be over the course of an hour and a half meeting. You're here, and we need you to be here. Okay? We're paying you like you're here. We're treating you like you're here. But you're just here. Here's what's in between here and here. So, tell you what, it's Thursday. Take the rest of the day off. Take Friday off too. Don't even come to church this weekend. Just stay home and pray with your wife. Monday's a day off. Take it off too. Tuesday morning, you come in here at 10 o'clock and you tell me if you can get it here. Because if you can't get it here, let's just figure out an exit plan now. That'll be good for you, it'll be good for us. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to disrespect you. But we got to have it here. Okay? So Tuesday, we'll talk. Force a crisis. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what will happen in the church. Be loving and kind and direct and clear and let the chips fall where they fall. But watch out for staff that will treat themselves like they're the mission field. I was sharing this with a staff member in the hallway this morning. And he said, well, okay, so I'm here to serve the mission. But what about serving Christ, he said. Okay, you can't serve Christ at Harvest without serving the mission of Christ at Harvest. But there's no, well, I'm not really serving the church anymore. I'm just serving Christ. We need people here, this is what Ron was talking about, who can serve the mission of Christ at Harvest. And when I become aware that a person's not there for a variety of reasons, some good, maybe some not so good, I provoke a crisis. That won't be like that in 3 months. But I don't want to, in my energy for it, communicate something that isn't accurate. God has really redeemed and grown in me the capacity to deliver that crisis in a way that's loving and gives the person the best possible opportunity not to be injured or to be destroyed by it. Nevertheless, even as I go into that process, my highest value is not the part. Now, jot this down if you're taking notes. The whole is always more important than the parts. Don't ever let the tail wag the dog. An individual person's employment relationship with the church will never be more important than the mission of the church. You know, you get that one worship leader guy, and you're just like, boy, I'll never be able to find someone like this again. And actually, there's kind of a lineup of those guys. And if you just do a little bit more work, you'll find out that you don't have to be fearful in forcing a crisis.